At least on one of the two
Are
things.
live.
At least on. Okay, yeah, we're live on. What is this? Twitch. We're live on Twitch, and I'm just gonna assume we're live on YouTube.
Uh, yeah, we're live on YouTube.
Okay, there we go. We're live on both. It looks pretty good. I'm glad I left this at episode 145 because I had no clue where we were. I was like, "What episode is it?" It's been a
It's
month
it says
since
pre-Tokyo Game Show 2022. We might want to change that.
it's we're I'm just gonna put we're back because who knows. But welcome to episode number 146 of the Unknown Games podcast. We're back literally after a month. I was in the U.S. And it's been a long break, but we are here. I guess we call it a new season or whatever. We're here on Twitch and also on YouTube now. So we've added a little place here, and hopefully, if you're watching on either of those, you can find us. I'm Adrian, and of course, I'm always joined by my co-host Alex. What's up, man? How's it going?
It's good. Yeah, it's been a while you were gone. I guess we took a little break, and I ended up using my Mondays to work out.
Nothing wrong with that. I
Yeah.
finally joined the gym a couple nights ago,
Yeah,
and
congrats.
yeah, I mean it's only weekends only, but it's still
Did you do your first session already, or?
no. They told me to
Okay.
come in when the trainer comes in.
No.
I guess for the first workout, so I'm just gonna go there, and I think the week after next. Yeah,
Are you looking forward to working out? You've been in a gym before, I presume, right? But you've never like had a trainer.
yeah. I've never had a trainer before. I've played sports pretty much all my life, and then I've been in the gym at my school, like high school, and then also just like middle school, high school, and then like college. So I'm used to gyms. It's just there's still a lot of equipment that you don't use during.
Yeah, it's kind of intimidating for a lot of people to go into a gym for the first time, and there's a lot of the equipment. You're just like, I don't know how to use that, and you get kind of like nervous. You don't want to like
I don't want
look
to
like
hurt
an idiot.
myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't want to hurt yourself.
it's
You don't want to look dumb using it either. But
the good thing is I don't think there was a lot of people when I went Saturday evening. There wasn't a lot of people in there. I mean, there were some older people and there were some a little bit of younger people, but like overall, like most of the stations were open. Like if you wanted to just do whatever for 20 minutes straight, you probably could, which was I
I
guess that's
walked
nice.
past that gym actually recently. I was in the area. I was in your hood. Yeah,
You were in my
recently.
hood.
Yeah, and I walked past the gym and I was like, oh yeah, it's a little too far for me, so I wouldn't join it. But
And I wouldn't join it if it weren't so close. It's like 10 minutes walk for me, so
yeah, that's
it's
the sweet
nice.
spot. That's the sweet spot for gyms. That's the you have no excuse not to go kind of distance.
Pretty much. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's comfortable. Because I think going to a gym is very nice. Going, it's no problem. It doesn't matter if it's cold outside. It doesn't matter the conditions because you can get there. But once you're done working out, and you've either showered or not showered, you just don't want to walk a far distance or bike ride or take a train or you know what I mean. Like you just want to
Mm.
get back home.
Yeah, I can't imagine taking a train to a gym. That's just not me,
And
honestly.
I've done that once,
Oh,
not to a
really?
gym, but just to like sport events, like
Okay.
going to play sports with friends, and it's not fun going back on the train for like an hour. It's not fun.
Yeah, I bet.
But anyways, we are a video games podcast, and we talk about, like I said, video games. It doesn't matter if it's a PC, console, handheld. We don't talk about board games, but maybe one day we could.
That'd
Um,
be interesting.
that
Yeah.
that would be interesting. Those would be some pretty interesting like IRL streams too.
Board games? Yeah, I
A
agree.
board game. There are some great board games out there, but yeah, like I said, we're back, and of course you can follow us on our Twitch and our. My name is changed on Twitch now. I
Has
forgot.
it? Did you change your Twitch tag?
Yeah, I'm actually Ninja Trickster.
Why did you change your tag?
So there's a company that is there's a company called Ninja Tricks out there,
Did
and
they
if
sue
you
you or something?
no, it's just if you search them, like if you search the name, like you're just gonna get Ninja Tricks. You're
You
gonna get
did
that.
change your tag. I didn't realize. Yeah, you did
Yeah,
change your name
I
on
had
Twitch.
to, man. It was annoying because I'm like this. It's like an American war. Was it like American Warrior? Ninja Warrior. Yeah, Ninja Warrior. It's a Ninja Warrior program for children,
Okay.
and they rent
So
out to like birthday parties and such.
it's nice of you to be like, oh, I'll change.
I mean, they already were established, you know. I mean,
That's funny. There is a game company called Route 24, and they worked on the localization, I believe, or the port. I can't remember which one for Moon, which is like a indie
oh, nice.
niche PlayStation 1 game that recently got remastered, remade for modern it's on Switch and Steam. It's called Moon. It's an old game, but yeah, one of the companies I worked on is Route 24. I saw that and I was like, "Oh, is this a good thing or a bad thing?" But I'm not gonna change. I had the name first, maybe. I don't know, maybe.
Who knows who had it first? I mean, I
Yeah,
honestly I like Ninja Tricks, like Ninja Trickster. Like it's cool, it's fine. There's no one who has it, like for whatever reason, but it still has Ninja Tricks in it. So I don't know, like if you search Google, who's gonna pop up. But I guess the more content I put out, or the more stuff I do, maybe in the future it'll rise up. I don't know, but I mean, and you can follow my co-host Route 24. That's ROUTE numerals 24 on
yeah,
Twitch.
that's right.
You
Too
finished
forward.
you finished Power Wash Simulator.
I did.
What the heck? How do you finish the game that
I didn't think it was possible, but I finished it. So I've been playing Power Wash for a while, ever since it was an early access game. And how it worked throughout early access is they would kind of drop content, I guess, like a couple new jobs and some new items, that kind of stuff every
right.
now and then. So I would play it and I would quote unquote beat it. Like I would do all the new stuff and then I'm like, all right, we're done Power Wash for now. And then they put out like a new update. They'd like yeah, just add more stuff and then I played more Power Wash. And then finally they hit version 1.0, which is it came out of early access and it was considered like a full game. You can get it on Xbox and well,
I
Steam
think it,
still
I think it was his
and
Xbox for the
for
it's Game Pass. Was it Game
Game
Pass?
Pass, yeah.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
it's on PS4 now, I want to say. But in any case, it's like out full game version 1.0. So I started doing the version 1.0 content, the new stuff that I hadn't touched yet. And I was on a job and it was like really long. I think it took me like four streams, so about 8 hours there somewhere.
Okay, okay.
And then when I finished it, I was expecting the game to just take you back to the menu like it always does, because then they'll be like, all right, well, wait for version 1.1 or wait, just wait for more content or whatever, right?
Right, right.
And then I got credits and an ending theme. And I was like, oh, I guess we're
There
like
what
done.
like what? I mean, it's one of those games that even if it were to ever be done, you don't think that it should ever be done. Like, like it's weird. I mean, it took you a long time to get there though. Let's be real. It wasn't like it was a short process. You've been playing the game like you said for I mean, honestly, it's been half a year.
Let me check
It's
my
been at
playtime
least
in
half a year,
Steam. 78.8 hours in Steam.
bro. And
Yeah,
it's worth it. I think anyone who's actually played it, and we've talked about it before, it's a really relaxing game. You can just zone out, you can chat with people, or just zone out and just relax, go to sleep to it,
I I
you know?
have I have fallen asleep playing that game on and off stream, actually. I try not to fall asleep on stream, but it's happened like at least 3 times.
I
But
was
yeah.
yawning a couple times last night. I was
I
playing.
I died, dude, man. Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I was so like I've been in the States, like I said. I went back home for a month, and I was going back for a vacation anyways, but some unfortunate things in my family happened, so I flew back early, and coming back, it feels really good streaming, but my jet lag just had me completely at 4 p.m., 7 p.m. I've never had this part. I've never had that happen before. I just can't stay up. I could not stay up all of last week. It was
So you're like a old person now.
it was difficult. I was waking up at like 2, 4 a.m. or something, and when I got to the first stream, like that was the first time I was able to really stay up past those times. But at the same time, the next day I was just like back to just gone.
Do you not just like try to force your schedule? Do you not like
I
like
tried.
I'm the kind of person that if I know that my sleep schedule is gonna get kind of like messed up in a
Hmm.
weird way, I'm the kind of person that's like, oh well, I'm gonna just like totally mess it up, so my body will like kind of fix itself in a way. So
That's what
like
I've.
if I'm gonna go home,
Mhm.
I'm gonna like stay up for like 20 hours. So I crash. So I just sleep. I just constantly sleep like on the airplane and like make it through the airport, and then I get home at like 9 p.m. or whatever local time, and I'm gone. And then when I wake up, I'm like, oh look, my body's all fixed or whatever. I try to do that. Do you not?
Man,
Do
I
you not try to like force yourself
this
up?
I mean, this time on the plane, I'm pretty sure that I did that. I didn't actually sleep a lot. I sleep around 4 hours on the plane. This time I slept probably like an hour. But I
Oh
felt like,
yeah.
it was okay, you know. And when I got back, it was just, um, I always know I'll always wake up at 5 a.m. That was normal. And then, crashing around 5 or 6 p.m. That's normal. I've just never had it to where it hits me at two separate times. Like I had to make like two different checkpoints, 4 p.m. then 7 p.m. And if I get past there, I'm okay. Um,
If I were you, man, I would like, next week, like the weekend coming up, or if you
mhm.
have a day off coming up soon, I would just like wake up whenever you normally wake up, and then
Yeah,
I would push it for 24 hours. I would go for like, I would just stay up for like 24 hours, and then like for the day that you have off or whatever, try not to sleep because you'll fall into a worse cycle if you fall asleep in
it's
the middle of the
it's
day.
getting there. Like I feel like I'm getting there. It's now just the later part, like 11 o'clock around there, which is it's a nice time to go to sleep
But if you
anyways.
sleep at 11, that's like normal though. That's like a normal sleep time.
I always was sleeping at like 1 a.m. or something. Usually 1 a.m. Yeah,
That's not
one
that bad.
thirty or
That's when I
something.
that's like earlier than I even go to bed, like on a
You
normal day.
know
So
what I did to fix that is I stopped playing Apex. That was the number one thing. I stopped playing Apex with
to
friends
stop going to bed at 1 a.m., you
to
mean?
to stop going to bed at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or something.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm not disciplined enough to like do that. Like even if I'm like, oh, I'm not no more games past like midnight or something like that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna like go on YouTube for 2 hours. You know what I mean?
I
Like
can't even like YouTube. Well, there's been some great trailers that have come out. I know we've got Bayonetta 3. There's good games like Bayonetta 3 came out, and that had its own little fiasco of things happening with the voice actress, and then people not sure if they want to boycott the game, but then they're like, there's a lot of stuff right there, but the game turns out to be a good game at least,
I
just
mean, it's
running
a
on
it's a it's a
Switch.
Bayonetta. It's a Bayonetta game. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
heard it's good. I mean, I want to play it. I think a lot of people just want to play it on like a better hardware, so that's a thing. But I've heard it's got more mechanics and more types of like way to fight. Like you got kaiju in there, which we saw in the trailer, but then there's also some other segments and things that Platinum always mixes in that seem like they all kind of click.
You know what?
Yeah,
I hope Bayonetta 3 does so well that Platinum just rolls in the money
that
so
they
they
can
can
port it.
no, no, no. So they can come out with Babylon's Fall 2.
No, who even we still don't even know who owns that. Who really does?
Who
Who
owns Babylon's
really
Fall?
owns Babylon's Fall? Is it
Square?
because yeah, I don't know who owns that IP. I guess maybe Platinum owns the IP, but Square did the publishing, and that was the
Maybe
joint
that's
thing.
maybe that's why Square fucked it. They're just like, we don't give a shit about this. We're not
Because
gonna.
it was supposed to be this big. I'm not gonna say big because when they announced it, the whole hype around it was, "Hey, you remember? You remember Near Automata?
We did that
We
combat.
did
We
that.
we did that game.
This is the two studios. We're back together. We're about to do something cool again."
Yeah, yeah.
Nah,
Little did
nah.
people sorry, like little did Platinum know the reason Nier did so well is because Nier as a concept is so good.
I mean, you couldn't have told anyone that before. I mean, Nier was just a cult success. It
It's
was.
insane. Actually, Nier is very interesting. Like the first Nier game, the one that was just called Nier in North America, did so poorly.
Yeah, they did very poorly.
So
They
poorly.
and the
Yeah.
Drakengard games aren't exactly
Yeah.
hit sellers, but
It's true.
Automata
Yeah.
just came out and just blew it
Why
away.
I think that's worth looking into separately. Like, why did Nier Automata, a sequel to a niche game in
That
a
no
niche
one knew about.
universe, yeah, why did it do so well?
To
And
be Two
Yeah,
butts.
probably
Two
her ass
butts.
actually. Yeah, probably definitely that actually. It was just case closed, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, but it's not like a lot of the elements from that game aren't in the previous game. You know what I mean?
That's true.
That
Yep. Yeah, it's true.
but
It's
I
true.
guess it's
Her
just one of
ass
those.
was so damn powerful. Yeah. So simple, I guess.
I,
What an simple to please audience, but
I
yeah.
guess it's one of those things where it came out at a time where Japanese games were just getting back on their feet again, and it's got this the world, the set, the music. I mean, honestly, the
Mm.
music, the character designs, the whole way you have to play the game, and it's so easy to play. Like you don't have to be. It's similar to Bayonetta in the sense that you don't have to be the best combat, action combat player out there. You
Yep.
really just
Yeah.
have to do some moves and press some buttons.
Mm. You didn't finish Automata,
I
right?
still need to finish it.
Do you have
This
any interest in playing Replicant?
I have Replicant.
Oh, well, like,
Yeah,
are you gonna,
I am gonna.
okay,
I am gonna
question
play
two,
it.
question the second, are you gonna play it?
Yeah,
Just because
yeah.
you own it, just because you own it doesn't mean you're gonna play it. I like ask anyone's Steam library, but yeah.
I've been really good about conscientiously whatever I buy on Steam now. I
You
try to
actually
make
try
sure
to play
that
it.
yeah, that's what I'm playing. So like the only thing that I probably aren't gonna like I'm not getting to for a while is like my backlog like stuff bought before 2 years ago.
There is so many games in my Steam library that I'll like look through my library and I'll be like, wait, I own this? Like, what? When did
You
I
know,
buy
you
this?
you know the games
It's
that
bad, yeah.
I just have to believe Steam itself added to your library. Like Valve just gave it to you for free for being like
For being a
yeah, some of the
no, for me, it's stuff like Humble Bundle and that kind of thing where I'll just get games. I'm like, oh, I don't remember getting this at all.
the humble bundles are the best ones because
I
you really
know.
don't know, especially the older humble bundles when it really was just there was some real indie stuff in there, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
I'm like
what is
looking at
this?
stuff in here and I'm like, whoa, why when did I get this game? Like,
There's Steam, man. It's I
I
mean the
have
whole
Jet Set
culture
Radio.
behind it now. You have Jet Set Radio?
I have Jet Set Radio. I have Killer is Dead. That's a great game.
I
I
do
haven't
have
played
Killer
it.
is Dead.
Yeah, I don't remember how I got it, but I have it.
Killer is Dead is the Suda game,
Suda
right?
51.
Yeah,
Yeah, Suda
yeah, on the
51, yeah.
moon. Well, it's not on the moon, but
Yeah. I have Little Nightmares, evidently. I have no
you
idea when
should
I got that.
you should play Little Night. I think you would like I figure you should play Jet Set Radio. You should definitely play Killer is Dead. It's not I mean, it's going to be one of those like WTF. It's a Suda game, you know? I mean, it is what it is. And then Little Nightmares for fun.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it
Uh,
already.
I've seen people stream it, yeah.
It's it's a good stream. It's a
Anyway.
good game.
Yeah, anyways, yeah.
Anyways. So we do have that. We, Bayonetta 3, God of War, Ragnarok's coming up. Are you I mean, here's the thing. We both have PlayStation 4s. You have a Pro, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are you going to play Ragnarok?
No.
You
No.
know what? We can go back and say, did you ever play Elden Ring?
No, I didn't.
This man, the two hypest games of the year. Okay, did you get Modern Warfare 2? Because that just came
No.
out.
I
Okay,
ain't got
well,
it.
okay, all the highest hits of this year.
Are you
This
kidding
man
me?
said,
Yeah, I've been playing the real game of the year, Star Ocean 6.
"How is
No, I'm
that?"
kidding. I didn't get
Oh,
it.
okay. Geez, man. I honestly thought you got.
I
We,
will get it. I will get it though. But
I
it's
mean,
just like I'm actually playing through a lot of stuff right now. I have to put it off for later. So
we talked about Square and their whatever they're doing. I hope it can't be like this next year.
no, I hope not. I mean, they saturated the genre themselves. Like I don't
They
know what
killed
the
their own
like.
games.
Yeah, I mean they choked. I want to say they choked Default Chronicle. That game came out by the way. Default Chronicle came out.
It did, and I heard it's actually like if you don't care about story but decent gameplay, it's for you.
Yeah, and Triangle Strategy came out on PC now. So if you saw that on Switch, you're like, oh, the game was pretty good, but I don't want to play it on Switch. It's on Steam now. You can go ahead and you can play it.
Yeah.
They re-released. That's not quite the right word. They put Neo World Ends with You on Steam recently, one day before Persona 5 Royal came out on Steam. So I don't know. It's the same audience. Am I wrong? Like that's the exact same audience, right? And
It's
I'm
the exact
like,
same audience, but
are you guys insane?
but that game
Like,
didn't do well, didn't do good in this from the start, being on
it
just
didn't do.
Epic
I
and
feel like
just
it didn't do good for a couple of reasons. Maybe one, marketing was poor, and like number two
Square.
came out. I think yeah, just marketing because it was Switch, PS4, and Epic Game Store, so PC
Yeah,
technically.
yeah.
Um, Epic Game Store doesn't have quite the same what's the word? Not I
Reach.
guess well, yeah, like it doesn't have the same amount of users that Steam does. So
Yeah.
if you put your game out on there, you're you're gonna get a lower number of sales on PC. But the other two games, platforms rather, Switch and PS4, is no excuse on those platforms, right?
It's yeah. I mean, I honestly I think we've seen Square fumble the marketing for a lot of games. Babylon's Fall, all the
Yeah.
games they've released this year, honestly, haven't had a lot of. I think Nier had the most maybe for Switch. Um,
Oh,
like
Automata.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
I forgot.
promotion, Nier Automata,
Yeah,
but a
a
lot of the
game
other
that came
games
out 6 years ago.
6 years
Goddamn.
ago, with
Yeah,
new content to it too. They added some little, I think, DLC skins or a little bit of extra stuff to it, but
just like fluff though. Nothing. No
yeah,
story based
it's just
anything. Yeah.
fluff. But like none of these games, Chocobo Racing
Forgot
or
about that.
yeah, Triangle Strategy just kind of came out, and
Yeah.
then Stranger of Paradise might have had the most, and that was also because Team Ninja was writing that too. So
Well, I also think Stranger Paradise kind of had the benefit of being talked about on the internet. It
it
was
did.
memed. It was
It
memed
was
on,
memed.
which means people were talking about it. So it was easier for you to like remember it because you're like, oh, that's a funny chaos game,
But what you don't
right?
hear about is the DLC that's been coming out.
That's
They
true.
just had a
Apparently,
DLC just come out. Just come
they
out.
had the two packs now, right? One of
Yeah.
the yeah. It's a fun game. I played it. I beat it on stream. I completely played it on stream. I didn't do anything offline, or off stream rather. I enjoyed it. Solid game. So story. It is what it is. Like if you're expecting like an amazing Final Fantasy story,
Mm-hmm.
don't play Stranger Paradise. Go play an actual like mainline game.
Yo,
But
yeah.
it's
Just
a solid game. I can truly if you want to wait for a sale, I can recommend it. Yeah, it's
it's a
worth
solid game.
something. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worth something. Yeah.
I think the story is the one thing that you kind of go in just going, it is what it is. But if you
It's
play
not
it
gonna be a
co-op,
good story.
if you
Yeah.
play it co-op, I think it gets taken to that next level of anything with a friend is usually going to be just it's going to hold up a little bit better because the combat and everything that's solid. So if you like
It's a
Neo,
good, yeah, it's good combat.
like it's any of the Team Ninja stuff, it's just always deep combat, lots of options and things you can do there. So
Yeah.
um, yeah,
Star Ocean
those
came out. So we're in the final push of the year. It's last 2 months to go. And from Square, we have Harvestella, and then we
that's
have
still coming. Goodness,
what do we have? We have Harvestella, and we have Crisis Core,
and
obviously.
Crisis Core in December,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and the Valkyrie Elysium already came out on PS5, and maybe just PS5, but it's coming out on PC and maybe other platforms in 3-ish weeks now. So
Oh, okay. I mean, I
it's
hope
coming
that
out
one.
again.
I
Yeah, it's
feel
coming
like
out again.
I feel like a lot of those games, the way that they're reviewing is exactly how we said. They're
They're fine.
they're fine. They're
Yeah.
mediocre.
Yeah.
They have potential to be better. And I guess that's just hopefully they get to continue some of those series. Hopefully they all meet whatever expectations that was set. So they can actually follow up to some of them if
Yeah.
people demand it. Anyways. But yeah, the final push of the year. Still no PS5s. Still no
Did you see
PlayStation
any when you
5s.
went home? Like, did you go to a store nearby or
I
PS5s?
went to Target. I went to a Walmart. I went to
Yep.
a GameStop. I checked in. So GameStop actually the week before the guy was just like, yeah, we had some in the week before. Like they just get regular shipments or something. He didn't seem like they were too rare. Now Target apparently you can only get them online, similar
Uh-huh.
to here in Japan, and then Walmart. I thought that was the same case, but my friend sent me a TikTok of a video of
Just a bunch of PS5s or something.
no, someone actually witnessed a PS5 being stocked in the one little area, like the little cabinet thing. You know what I mean? Behind the
Yeah,
glass.
yeah. I saw a picture on Twitter of like just PS5s behind the glass. Like just a thing you can just go and you buy
It's
them.
yeah. But I never saw one in the whole 4 weeks I was there. Never got put in, and I was at Walmart more than I wanted to be. So, it's I guess
Like
it's
you were
still
forced to, you got kidnapped.
I was
You woke up in a Walmart.
running errands for family, just like here and there. But yeah, I was there like every other day. I'm kid you not, it was almost every other day.
I'm still waiting for when PS5s are gonna be like readily available in Japan. I want to get one for FF16 and
Exactly
FF7
right.
Rebirth. Yeah, 16's coming out in the summer. Like they dropped a new trailer like 2 weeks ago, something like that. The
The
Ambitions
story,
trailer.
yeah, the story
Yeah,
trailer for it, yeah.
yeah.
What do you think of that one? That was pretty good.
Yeah, it looks really good. I do know if you guys haven't seen the Ambitions trailer, go ahead and check it out. Watch it after this podcast.
Yeah.
But I remember the initial reaction on Twitter at least, which is like, oh, it's back to high fantasy. It's back to like, fantasy, like not like high tech shit or anything like that.
Right, right.
And then the other people, the other side of the argument was just like, you haven't played a Final Fantasy game. You don't know where that twist is coming. Just watch out for it. And I'm
Watch
like,
it
oh,
happen.
that's true. That's true, I guess. I mean, like if you think about it, FF4, like you go to the moon, you go to the moon in a spaceship.
Go to the moon,
Uh,
kids.
what else? What else? What other games have like this stupid high tech twist? I think like six, kind of maybe if you played six, like there's the
From like
uh
high fantasy. Yeah, they kind of
yeah.
got away from it though. Like once they hit 7, like
It
uh,
was all like industrial kind of thing.
it's all
Nine though, nine is full on high fantasy. There's no secret like ancient civilization with super technology or anything in nine. It's just straight up like, well, that's not true. Okay, I take that kind of back. Spoilers for nine, which came out years ago. You can like no excuse. But like near the end of the game, you go to like another world, and that world it's not like super technologically advanced, but they do have like teleporters. So like
I
I guess that's
mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I don't think there's gonna be any high tech stuff in there, but at the same
We'll
time,
see. We'll see. I wouldn't be that surprised. I would be surprised, but also not that
I
surprised.
mean, I guess what was the Final Fantasy 15 the movie? I remember seeing
Kingsglaive.
Kingsglaive. Yeah, so Kingsglaive was kind of set in like this high fantasy look. Like it looked like the way that they had their armor and everything. It was more of a high fantasy thing. But of course, the cities and everything they're protecting on
It's
the
like super
inside
modern,
is
yeah,
super
mega
modern.
modern.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
cars and shit in there.
There's
Yeah.
cars and stuff, but on the outside it just looks like, oh, okay. But yeah, this one, the trailer looked really good. We finally got to see all the characters, the main characters introduced, who's gonna be I guess fighting for their kingdoms.
I think
The Game
16
of
is gonna be
Thrones.
the most like I think it's gonna be like the most mature Final Fantasy so
That's
far.
what people are saying because it's got its little scenes in there, and it's supposed to have some dark. I mean, he's Yoshida San. He talked about it. He wanted to be this dark, a darker Final Fantasy,
Yeah, I mean
real.
it kind of has that mood too. Yeah, I would say. So I'm looking forward to see how it goes. I mean, they said the same thing with Dragon Quest 11, no, 12, which they did that teaser like a year and a half
A year
ago
and a half.
now.
It's
Yeah,
almost time for
for more Dragon Quest
More
stuff.
Dragon
Yeah.
Quest news. Yeah,
I feel like this year, 2022, was pretty like heavy in terms of just games, and
hmm
then I think next year, will probably slow down, and we're gonna get drips for 16, 7, Dragon Quest, and Kingdom Hearts.
gosh, I forgot we have Kingdom Hearts. I forgot that Sora is still out there kicking, man.
Yeah, we're getting Kingdom Hearts 4, right? So
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts
what
4.
we took bets on when that's coming out. We say 2024, 2025.
I think we said 2024.
2024 all of a sudden
It
for
was
some reason seems too soon
too
because like
soon
yeah, we get
because
16 and
because 16 is next year, but what was
so is 7.
7 was that weird time period, right? It was what was it, winter or
It's winter
quarter?
2023.
Winter 2023. So I guess
It could be early 2024
it could be like a March, February March thing because whenever it was supposed to launch was like what was it, January or was it February
for what, for 7?
for 7 remake part 1
Like for remake, not rebirth.
remake. Yeah, yeah.
Remake was supposed to be like October or something, and then it got pushed to February.
Okay, and then it got pushed to April or like
Something like that,
yeah,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah, because it had a couple. Um,
The first delay was like development time, and then the second delay was like COVID reasons or
COVID.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see how it goes next year. I mean, there's a lot of good things if you're into Japanese games in terms of RPGs. I don't know about Platinum just got its little thing for Bayonetta, but they have Project was it G Go Go Go, I think. They've
What the
got
hell is
one
that?
more project, I think technically.
Project Go Go Go? Is this like a what's it called?
It's like a Beautiful Joe,
Yeah, Beautiful
like,
Joe.
yeah, with more. I think it's more of the Ultraman, which is still Beautiful Joe, like,
Beautiful Joe was Clover Studios, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And then they went on to become Platinum.
to become platinum. Yeah.
Okay.
So Okami, all those people, they just basically became platinum, and yeah. So we've got new Resident Evil.
Oh right, sorry,
Did,
Resi 4. Yeah, in the Silent Hill
yeah,
announcement,
the
Silent
Silent
Hill.
Hill.
So yeah,
All this,
and Resi 4.
all this stuff happened while I was out. I saw the Silent Hill stuff, but yeah, I didn't see the FF16 stuff until I got back. But yeah, Silent Hill, that looks like it's gonna be
There's like a bunch of new games too, like a remake of 2, Silent Hill
is it
F, which
F?
looks
Which
really good.
everyone
And
says it
then
looks
like,
really good. It's just an aesthetic look.
well,
But
it's
I guess because it's new, I think that's
yeah,
because I thought it was Fatal. It looks like almost like a Fatal Frame could have been set there.
kind of, yeah. So it's more Japanese horror than it is
Yeah,
like whatever Silent Hill is, I
walking
guess.
through a town of
Yeah.
a western town.
So
Yeah,
I think F is the most promising because it's like it's definitely like a new take. So it's the Silent Hill game. I don't even know if it's gonna be like in the universe in some way,
hmm
but uh, them going branching out to like a new kind of style is, I think, exciting because it gives the team freedom, creative freedom, because you're not really limited by like, oh, this isn't Silent Hill, like, you know what I mean, like
hmm Well, I
when
think
you break out like that, you're allowed to do a lot
to
of stuff.
experiment a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that it's if I remember correctly, it isn't developed in house. It's not in house Konami. You might
No.
have to like look at it, but if I remember, it's not in house Konami. It's another outsourced to another team,
Neo
which
Bards Entertainment
yeah,
says.
which I don't know what they did before, like what they've been working on before this, but I think it's a relatively new team, just like the other one. That's like a something else. But the Blooper Team thing was real, you know.
Yeah, what are they working on? They're working on.
So Blooper Team was the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it
So
is
that
the
was,
2 remake. Yeah.
and they were here at TGS behind closed doors. Somebody saw it. They were here,
Yeah, so there's 2 remake Townfall,
which is the weird.
something.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it's choose your own adventure. I don't. It's an interactive type deal.
And then F and then Ascension. Ascension is going to be really weird. It's described as an interactive streaming series, so that doesn't sound like it's going to be
Yeah,
a video game.
yeah.
But it's a collaboration between Bad Robot Games, Behavior
hmm
Interactive, and Genvid. I have no idea what Genvid is, but
I don't either, but they've got that, and they got the movie too.
oh
So
yeah, new
I'm
movie.
hoping the movie is actually good because the first movie was good. The first movie was like legit. I enjoyed it as someone who's not really played a lot of Silent Hill games. It did have the whole vibe. It had the characters. I think it was very faithful. You might have missed some like story stuff, but it was it was a pretty good little horror movie
I
or
totally
thriller.
appreciate how they use like the ending theme of the game in
hmm
the movie credits.
Yeah, it it felt like a good fan. Like you know, it felt better than a Resident Evil movie. Much better.
Like than the ones directed by what's his face.
Uh,
But yeah, the Resident Evil
the
movies.
Resident Evil movies. They
I think
really.
what's sorry, just going back to Sound of F, I think what's
Mhm.
interesting about the fact that the F is being written by Yukishi,
So who is that? Because they made sure to have their name like front and center, but it's one of these names where it's like, this is like a Japanese light novel
yeah,
author or something like.
yeah. So he's known for doing Higurashi. Uh,
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
he wrote that. He did Higurashi. He did Umineko. So he did those visual novels, which I mean, if you've seen them or whatever,
Yeah,
they.
that's crazy. That I mean,
Hmm.
I wish they had to put that on the slide a little
So
bit
just like
because
the guy that wrote Higurashi, like just in
yeah,
brackets.
yeah, something like that. Because
That's
I
so
mean, a lot
funny.
of
Yeah.
people who like, I want to say who like games, we always say they like anime sometimes, but I
Mm.
mean, at least it would have been something that people could reference, be like, oh, they did
But maybe
this,
like
and this
because
is
people
cool.
probably know the series, but not the guy who wrote
But
it.
the guy who, yeah, exactly, because it
Yeah, but it's gonna be that guy. So I mean,
should be some depressing stuff in there then.
yeah, you can expect some
Some
wacky shit in
serious
there.
tear jerking moments of questioning yourself morally.
Hmm. Yeah, it should be good.
Should be
I
good.
probably won't play it because I don't really like horror games, but I'm looking forward to the reception of it.
Honestly, I hope all of them do well because this is something I know we've talked about it. We've joked about it with Ehe and other people on the podcast. Konami,
Konami
you know,
sucks, yeah.
the pachinko company. I mean, they've been slowly doing goodwill stuff.
How?
Slowly.
Explain yourself.
They
Are you
gave
trying
us.
to?
We
You do
got the
know they did that
Castlevania
weird. They did that NFT thing.
with Castlevania, but we
Yeah.
did get the Castlevania Advanced Collection
Okay.
on Steam. We got the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff that they did was actually good. It's been good. It's been solid. They doesn't seem like any of the Yu-Gi-Oh fans super hate it. Seems like it's been
Hmm.
decent good. We have that, was it Genshin Fumatsu or something? It's like a roguelike, but it had good reviews. It was an
Oh, I
early
guess we're getting a
access.
Suikoden remaster. That's kind of
We
cool.
are getting a Suikoden remaster. I hope that they give it more love because it looks
Did
like
you
it.
see the? You saw the TGS?
Yeah, that was the last thing I saw, and it was a little special looking. Like, just go
Hmm.
play Eiyuden Chronicles. They're coming out very similarly time too. I don't know what that was about, but um,
Yeah, when is that game coming out?
I think they're both around like the same time,
On Steam it just says 2023. I have no
just
idea. There's
2023.
no month or anything on Steam, but yeah.
So it's it is what I think they haven't, like, while they haven't been doing, they've been doing a little bit of goodwill. I don't think they've done too many things bad will. I mean, you can count the NFT thing, but let's face it, Square did the NFT thing.
That's true.
I don't think not Street Fighter, but
Street Fighter,
I
the
don't
Street
think
Fighter
I don't
company.
think Capcom did
Capcom? No,
anything
I don't think
NFT
so. Yeah.
related.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't too unusual. So I think they've been making small strides. If you look at their mobile games, they've been pretty decent too. That they've just been doing little things here and there.
I'm waiting for. I mean, if their Silent Hill project goes well, like all the new games and that kind of, and the movie and that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
if Silent Hill's received well and Konami gets some money, I want to know if they're gonna start to do anything with Metal Gear because they still own it, right?
Yeah, I feel like they will, but it's going to be, once again, it's going to be outsourced. But what will it be?
Hmm.
Are we going to get a remake kind of thing, or is it going
Hmm.
to be
Like a
um
new
a
a new
new
entry.
a new entry?
Well, I mean, Metal
And
Gear
that's really
is
bold. A new
that's
entry
true.
would
That
be really bold.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because I think for in the minds of most fans,
It's just Kojima's.
yeah, Kojima, that's like Kojima's like thing, like his vision, his story, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you make a new Metal Gear, like new story, new canon, uh,
You better
is
contract Kojima.
is it is it gonna be like cohesive with MGS, or is it gonna be I don't know, like will fans consider it not canon? You know what I mean?
If it's a whole new story, if it's a whole new thing, then I think it doesn't need to be canon. Honestly, if they want to do Metal Gear, they shouldn't. It's kind of hard to say. Honestly, the safe bet, they'll just remake whatever. They'll
That's what I'm
remake
thinking. Yeah, they'll
and
do remakes and remasters.
they'll do
Yeah.
remakes and remasters. That's essentially what they've been doing even now. Collections, remakes, remasters, and those are safe bets as long as they put the love and care into them. And we'll see how it is with Bloober Team's remake because RE was done, RE2 and 3. That's internal Capcom, right? So it feels like they're really doing it themselves. But when you have another team working on it, you're only able to manage so much, and we'll just have to see how well they manage it, how much love and care goes into it, and if it's, because what's going to happen, it's going to be Silent Hill 2. How well does it stack up to Resident Evil 2
Is
remake?
Resi 2 or Resi
Yeah,
4? I mean,
Resi.
All the
It's going to be,
remakes, I
yeah,
guess. Yeah.
Resi 2, 3, and 4. But I
4.
think 2 has the most, so far still has the most critical reception until 4 comes out. We'll see how that goes. But that's the standard. And remake, 7 remake. Those are the standards, right? I feel like,
7 remakes. Are you talking about remakes?
is it it's a remaster. Remake, remaster for Silent Hill 2, is it?
It's a remake. Sorry,
It's a remake, yeah.
Sorry, Silent Hill 2 is a remake. They're all remakes.
Okay,
So
yeah, they're all remakes.
Silent Hill 2 and then Resi 3, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3,
Those
4.
are remakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then outside of that, we just have FF7 for a remake.
For full remakes,
For
you
full
mean
remakes.
like full like reimagined remakes?
Yeah, I feel like it, right?
Yeah.
There might be something else somewhere. So if you know it, let us
Uh,
know.
I mean, there has to be, right? I
There
feel like
has
there
to be.
must
There
be,
has to
but
be another example, probably somewhere. Um, but anyways, I guess that's about it. I don't know. Do you have anything? You have anything you want to talk about? Like we came in today a little bit. We just wanted to podcast a little bit, and as we continue throughout the year, we'll keep growing. Of course, we'll keep making some changes here and there. But I mean, at least now we're on Twitch and YouTube, so that's a good thing.
yeah.
It's a good thing.
Hopefully,
Hopefully,
ideally, I don't know.
hopefully,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, at least it might be it's easier to make clips
On YouTube or
on
Twitch,
Twitch,
you can clip on YouTube. You know that, right?
but it's so weird. Like
Okay.
it's a weird function. But you know what? I think the Stream Deck updated Elgato's now has like YouTube functionality, maybe
Oh yeah.
because like before it didn't, and I was like,
It's like slowly getting better. YouTube streaming, I mean.
it's slowly getting better. They still have their little issues, and both. I mean, what I did when I was gone, Twitch had the whole ad thing that happened. Um,
Mm.
the partner split plus.
Well, I was never a partner, so
Yeah,
like
I was
okay,
never a
that,
partner. So
that
if you were
doesn't
never a
affect me.
partner, it didn't really make a difference. And you had to be a certain level of partner too for it to really impact you. Um,
But yeah, I can understand if you were impacted because the split went from 70-30 to 50-50.
yeah,
And if you were a partner on the 70-30 split, you're missing a significant chunk of your income now.
yeah,
If you were a full-time, like you didn't have a part-time job, you or a job of any kind, if you were a streamer, that was your job. That's basically getting like a pay cut, kind of. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
It's getting a pay cut. And I think the way that it works is after you hit, I think is it $200,000? There's a ceiling, and once you hit that, it then goes down to 50-50. So for some of these larger streamers, if they make, they make that back in half a year, or the rest of the year is that it's 50-50. You know what I mean? So that was their way of saying, hey, it's okay. They also had the ads stuff that came out, which that's fun.
Yeah.
Earn more on
So I mean,
ads.
if YouTube gets better, you know, I don't mind. Maybe we might be on YouTube one day full time, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, technically, we've been on YouTube for 2 years now. Oh wait, a year and a half at least. A year.
Well, this channel at
Yeah,
least,
this
but I
channel.
mean,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
So we'll see how it goes. Shorts are the way, pushing it.
dude, shorts are getting pushed so damn hard, and now,
They have their own
honestly,
section
like,
now.
legitimately, like, shorts. If you want to see some rapid growth, like, just do shorts. So.
Just do shorts. Hit your shorts up. Put them on.
Yeah, oh, shorts, man. I hate filming vertical. I did it once. I filmed vertical
You hated
using
it, really?
I don't like you. I don't like vertical video,
Some people
honestly.
don't. I was listening to someone on another show, and they were like, "Yeah, I don't like this form of media.
I don't like vertical video.
I
I mean,
just
if you
don't."
use, it makes the reason why vertical video took. I mean, we're getting a bit of a tangent, but like the reason why vertical video took off and is being like not propagated, but like absorbed so quickly is because of phones. Honestly,
Yeah,
people hold their phones. People hold their phones like that. They don't like a lot of people don't rotate their phone landscape to take video. It's all vertical,
it's
so
all
it's
vertical,
made in vertical and then it's consumed in vertical.
which is why I
And
hate when I like this podcast right now. Right, if I want to put it in shorts format,
you have to like stack our
I
cameras or
have to
something,
stack
right?
our cameras, and it's
Yeah,
it's not the hardest thing. It's just, hey, I got to do this and
yeah.
put it in editor and everything. I mean, of course, you can just leave it this way and then have the top and bottom with text. Like
That's fine too,
for
yeah.
yeah, and
Or you
that's an
zoom
option.
in, or you like zoom in on your face and then you cut to my face when I'm talking. That's also an option, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
Yeah. So I took my camera and I like rotated it so I could shoot vertical,
hmm
and I was like I hate this.
um, but yeah, I mean, we'll be back next week for some more of the Unknown Games podcast. I mean, it's good to be back. Honestly, I really do enjoy talking on this mic week in and week out, whether it
Yeah,
be streaming or just podcasting with you. So it's a form of normalcy, and it's also a form of just like we get to talk about our hobbies and passions, and just hopefully the audience, you guys will be getting it, and you respond.
yeah. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for following the podcast. If you aren't following the podcast yet, do that now. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. You can hit up Ninja Trickster, and then me. 24. You're streaming now, aren't you? You're going to be streaming right now after this podcast?
Yeah. This is one of those rare streams. It is Halloween in Japan. Well, I guess it's Halloween around the world now. Yeah, so it's Halloween.
So yeah, if there's anyone watching live right now, you can jump straight to Adrian's stream. So that's cool.
Yep. And
you're gonna be streaming Bathhouse. I'm actually pretty excited to watch
Bathhouse.
I'm actually pretty excited.
I don't know what this game is about, bro.
It's
about a Japanese bathhouse. That's all I know.
Because a quick story, actually. So I was looking for a spooky game to stream myself for Halloween week last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've done a couple of the Chill Arts games, previously, Convenience Store and Caretaker or whatever it was, and then like Ghost Train.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'll do the newest game. Of course, this makes sense. I was like, well, I'm just gonna do a little bit of research. I'm gonna see what I'm getting myself into. And then I started to watch some streams, and then I was like, never mind. I don't want to do this now.
Oh, no. As long as it's not like the Night Way Home and there's some weird thing chasing me and making a horrible noise.
Well, no,
you know what? Or it's like the coffee. What was the coffee shop one again?
Closing Shift.
The Closing Shift with the
did Closing Shift, right? You did Closing Shift, right?
I did Closing Shift on stream.
It is my opinion. It is of my opinion that the Bathhouse is so far like the worst.
No.
Like the worst. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see how. Yeah, because you didn't watch a single stream. You didn't watch a single minute.
I don't know a thing about this. I downloaded
minutes,
it, and then I'm gonna press play after the stream, and it's gonna come up.
You haven't seen anyone play. You've seen maybe screenshots, but
no, I haven't even seen screenshots.
All right,
I just saw the opening, not the opening, but like the Steam picture.
Yeah, okay, it's gonna be good. Yeah, I like backed out. I started to watch like a little bit of it, and I was like, I'm not doing this. No. So
I don't like this at all.
All right, well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, I guess. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Go ahead, subscribe or whatever it is on those platforms. I don't know. And tell a friend.
There we go. All right, everyone. Remember, you set the tone. Go play some games. And we'll catch you next week for episode number 147. We could even be on 148 of the Unknown Games podcast. Take it easy, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks. See you next week.
See you next week.
All right. Peace.